If you're here, you're probably hearing about AI agents a lot recently. And you might have guessed, 2025 is the year of AI agents. If you're looking to understand in simple language, this is the video for you. Imagine a world where your daily tasks vanish, your business runs with improved efficiency, and technology predicts your needs even before you voice them. This isn't science fiction, it's the dawn of AI agents. The biggest opportunity of 2025, and many are calling it the new apps. These intelligent digital assistants are far beyond simple chatbots and are definitely going to change the way how we live and how we work in the future. Maybe automate everything from replying to emails to planning complex travel itineraries. And those who start on AI agents now will definitely get an advantage. So let's get ready to explore AI agents. At its core, an AI agent is like an intelligent assistant that operates on your behalf. Unlike traditional softwares or even basic AI models, an AI agent doesn't just execute pre-programmed instructions. It has the ability to figure out a plan to achieve a goal that is assigned by you and then execute that plan without requiring continuous supervision by a human. Imagine a digital entity capable of handling everyday tasks such as booking transportation or ordering groceries or even managing your schedule, all by learning your preferences over time. This is the fundamental promise of AI agents. Honestly, as a busy working mom, I cannot wait for this to happen and make my life easier. To truly grasp the nature of an AI agent, we need to understand what happens behind the scenes. Essentially, an AI agent is built on top of an LLM model like GPT or Gemini. These LLMs provide the capability for the agent to understand the request and create a plan to execute it. However, what distinguishes an AI agent from a mere LLM model is the access to tools. These tools can be diverse, like search the web and execute code to create calendar events or generate content using specific applications. The LLM will tell the agent which tools to use and how to utilize them. Let's take an example. Next week is my husband's birthday. When I say to the AI agent, hey, help me order the perfect gift for my husband's birthday and deliver it to my office address and put it on cash on delivery. As you can imagine, this involves a series of steps. First is to identify gift ideas online based on my preferences. Second, adding it to the card. Third, proceeding to checkout, then entering the address, and finally placing the order. To execute these steps, the agent utilizes its tools. For instance, it might use a web browsing tool to find local and international websites for the gift. If the first website is taking too long to ship, it will go to the next one for a quicker delivery. This ability to adapt and create new steps when faced with obstacles is a key characteristic of AI agents. It operates exactly like how a human would do when they have to tackle a task. An AI agent is quite different to an LLM model like ChatGPT or Google Gemini. When you ask ChatGPT to summarize a document, it processes the input and generates an output without engaging in planning, reasoning, and accessing external tools. This is a direct interaction with the LLM. And therefore, LLM models and AI agents are quite different from each other. In fact, the business opportunities surrounding AI agents in 2025 and beyond are significant. One idea could be to identify existing successful SaaS companies and develop AI agent versions of their offerings. By automating the tasks and reducing the need for human intervention, these AI agents can potentially perform tasks more efficiently and in less cost. Businesses across various sectors, including hiring, operations, finance, accounting, and legal, spend considerable resources. Building AI agents that can streamline the processes in these areas have significant potential. This trend suggests a future where small, lean teams will be able to generate large revenues by leveraging the AI agents to automate the task. For example, Midjourney reached 200 million of annual revenue with just 10 people, and Cursor reached 100 million of annual revenue with just 20 people. To gain a different perspective, consider the analogy of AI agents as the individuals who get stuff done versus the genius with million ideas, which is raw AI. The operational flow of an AI agent has two parts, an interface and a workflow. The interface is how you interact with the agent, for example, via a chat window or voice assistants or a button, while the workflow is the underlying set of steps that the agent takes. This workflow can be compared to a flowchart with nodes representing different actions such as accessing a database, making a decision, or sending an email. This process involves an input, which is like a question or a command, processing, where the agent is thinking and searching for the best response, action, which means delivering an answer or performing a task, and learning and improving over the time based on the past interactions. To further understand the evolution of AI agents, let's try to understand monolithic versus compound AI systems. Standalone AI models like GPT-3 are really powerful, but they are limited by the data that they're trained on. And this puts limits on the knowledge and the types of tasks that they can perform. They can also be difficult and resource intensive to fine tune. For example, asking a general purpose tool about the remaining balance in my bank account will definitely give an incorrect result. And that's because the model doesn't have access to this specific sensitive information. These general purpose tools are really good in tasks like summarizing a document or writing an email, but their true potential is unlocked when they are integrated with other applications or other databases, like finding my account balance in this case. Compound AI systems addresses these limitations by integrating the LLM model with an external database or an external tool. For example, to answer the remaining balance query accurately, the LLM model will need access to the database where my bank account details are kept. The database would retrieve the relevant information and the data would be fed back to the model to generate a correct and personalized answer, such as, "Hey, you have $1,000 left in your bank account." This shows how combining a model with external tools can solve a problem which a standalone AI model couldn't. A popular example of compound AI systems is RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, which retrieves relevant information to augment the knowledge of a large language model before generating a response. By the way, if you're looking to understand how Retrieval Augmented Generation works, I've made another video which you can either find on the I button or I'll put the link in the description. You know what? Early compound AI systems had programmatic control logic, which means that a human designer had to explicitly mention the path a query would take to reach an answer. But this can lead to limitations. For example, a system designed to always show the correct bank balance would fail to understand a query about the latest profitable stocks because the predefined path is irrelevant to that type of request. This is where the AI agents outperform the compound AI systems in controlling the logic. Instead of a human designer, the LLM is put in charge of the logic to determine the steps needed to solve a complex problem. This represents a shift from a system that thinks fast, acts as programmed, and doesn't deviate to the one that is designed to think slow, create a plan, and attack each part of the plan. See where you get stuck, see if you need to readjust the plan. For complex questions, this approach significantly increases the chances of arriving at a correct solution, even if it requires seeking external information or taking more time. The three components of AI agents include reasoning, action, and memory. As far as the reasoning is concerned, the LLM is central to solving the problem, devising plans and reasoning at each step. Taking action means the agent can interact with different tools to perform a task. The model can decide when and how to use these tools to execute the plan. Examples include web search or database search or calculators or executing code. Then memory. Agents can access memory, which refer to the internal logs of the model's reasoning process, allowing it to think out loud and revisit the steps if required. It also means capturing the history of the previous interactions with the user to give a more personalized experience. One popular framework for configuring agents is React, which combines the reasoning and the acting capabilities of an AI agent. As part of the React framework, a user query prompts the AI agent to think slow and plan its work before attempting to act, potentially using external tools. After using a tool, the agent observes the result and determines if it answers the question, and if not, iterates on its plan. Here's an example to determine if I can afford a week-long ski trip to Switzerland based on my bank balance. If I ask a model, "Can I afford a week-long ski trip to Switzerland next month?" a simple chatbot without the access to the right tools and database might struggle to answer this because it doesn't have access to my current bank balance, the expected income and expenses for the month, and the cost of the trip, including flights, accommodations, ski passes, food, etc. However, a React agent would act differently. A React agent which can retrieve, reason, and act will break this down into multiple steps. Let's see how. The first step would be to retrieve my bank balance, provided it's integrated with the banking app. Then estimate the upcoming income and expenses, perhaps from transaction history or budget tracking tools. Then look up for the cost of a Swiss ski trip by searching for flights, hotels, ski resorts, and daily costs for food and activities. Then checking exchange rates to convert prices to local currency. And then finally offering alternative suggestions if it's too expensive, example, a budget-friendly ski destination or a shorter stay. This showcases agenting reasoning, where the AI agent doesn't just give a straight yes or no, but it thinks through and then gives a response. It retrieves the data, analyzes the trade-off, and arrived at an informed decision. just like how a human would. The emergence of AI agents is going to dramatically change on how we are going to live and work in the future, particularly for local businesses. By automating routine tasks, AI agent can free up business owners to concentrate on growth and innovation. This can lead to smarter customer service, more efficient operations, and greater value delivery with less human effort. This isn't just a minor technological upgrade. It's going to be the biggest transformation this generation will witness. Hope you like this video. If you want to understand how RAG differs from fine-tuning, watch this video I made earlier. There I explain how RAG can improve the performance of LLM models versus fine-tuning, which means training the model for a specific domain. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.